If you guys were privy
Patreon. Join the Patreon.
to
You'll be
some of the
too.
shit we talk about before the game, you may actually really like us more or really like us less. I don't think that there's a middle ground with this. Anyway, hi everyone, and welcome back to Avondale and Seekers of the Fall. I don't think we have any announcements or anything, do we?
I don't think it's possible to like you guys anymore.
That's so
That could have like two drastically different meanings.
That's
could be
saccharine.
taken two different ways.
Yeah, I'm
okay with that.
I'm just gonna say it's saccharine sweet and be done with it. Does someone have me on or have us on speaker?
I forgot to mute the ninja, so yeah.
Oh, mute ninja. Well,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have any audio through that.
Oh, well, it cleared up the echo I was
Swap over
hearing.
here just in case.
Okay.
Oh, is it good now? Because I do have you on speakers, but my mic shouldn't be picking it up.
Okay. Well, no.
me know.
Here we go. All right, so we're good now. Anyway, hi everyone. Again, no, we're still. There's still like an echo going on.
Yeah, I'm still getting the echo too.
I can swap over to headphones. That's why I was asking you to.
Oh, that's you.
Maybe.
It's very much you.
We'll see.
Welcome in. You've got Caleb.
Caleb,
You've got some
hello.
fries.
Caleb. Hey,
Hi.
thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, friends.
Delicious subs. I'm gonna eat them all. Mum.
Keep the torches lit. That's the way it works.
Caleb is good people.
All right. Do we have anything now?
I don't hear anything.
Testing.
Hi.
Apple.
You could scream at the top of your lungs real quick.
Do not do that, please.
I'm
Anyway,
asking you to do that.
no, who me?
Yeah.
No. It has been scientifically tested and proven that I can be heard across 3 acres clearly. So I'm all right not doing that.
I've never even heard you at the top of your lungs before.
No, you haven't. Come out to a Renaissance fair when you put me in front of 4,000 people. You will hear me. it's like 28 years of that. Just, Anyway, talking about very loud voices, where we last left off, you guys apparently gained a pet giant. Wow, a hype train is actually closed. Holy shit.
Donald, hello, friend.
Hey, Donald Litching Hour. Hey, Litch, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Really appreciate it. So yeah, if you guys get a hype train, in case you guys don't know, for every level of a hype train that is actually touched upon, not completed, but just merely touched on, the entire crew here then starts receiving bonuses. So if that's something that you guys want to do, that'd be fucking awesome. But just keep in mind, Lich is so good. It's like I threw another 100 bits. You were so good, man. Thank you for that.
Lich is the best.
Lich is the best. In order to actually start a hype train, though, it needs to be three different people. So yeah, it's just like the tip.
Thank you,
we just did it. ROFL.
Chew.
So that's, oh man. Hold on. I need to. Wow, it's been a while since I've done this. Let me see if I can do this real quick. So that's 1. That's 2. Let's see. Are the buttons actually showing up on the thing?
Not in the small version, but they should in the large version.
No, damn it, they're not actually showing up on the overlay. That sucks. Okay. Well, anyhow, guys, thank you so much. Now that they have a level 1, everyone here in the party has a +1 modifier that they can apply at any roll of theirs. You cannot apply it to someone else's. That means damage saving throws, etc. And the party gains the use of a single fortune check, which is to say that anybody can cash it in, and you can re-roll your who's-em-whatses. If they hit on a level 2, then you get a +1 and a +2, and you get 2 of those fortune checks. So congratulations to everyone there. And thank you, chat. That's really effing cool of you guys.
KJ.
Thank you, KJ.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I actually need to print out a. Boy, it's been a while. I need to print this out. Who wants to give us a recap? Let's talk about Wolverines.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Wolverines, Alvin.
Yeah, okay, well, let's do it. So I was following along behind our fearless leader, freaking Thessalia, who was like, maybe you should take point. And she's like, yeah, I will. And then Zora was like, me too. And they walked right into a freaking Wolverine, and we saw this big old cow skull that was probably put there by giants who want to kill us and eat our flesh. And then we killed the Wolverine and its babies. I accidentally stabbed it to death. I did not realize it was dead. And then
I think it's important to preface that it's a giant Wolverine.
oh, that's a good point. Thank you, Aldred. Thank you.
And I think
Chris.
it's also pertinent that Tess told everybody, hey, let's just back away slowly. And then
I did back
Alvin
slowly.
immediately threw a
Alchemical
fucking
fire into its
firebomb,
face.
which only enraged it further.
I thought it would discourage it, and then we saw a thick fog one way, and the other way were the bones of a giant animal, and we were like, hey, I wonder what's in that fog. Actually, I just sort of stumbled forward into it, and we met a new friend. So I do sometimes do right things,
And we didn't kill it.
we didn't kill our new friend, which is the most important part. He's
As they all yelled, Alvin, come back.
I
by
did
the way,
try to intimidate him, and it worked.
yeah, it did. He
whatever that
totally
got for.
recoiled in fear. By the way, definitely a thank you to the chat. With a minute and a half left, they have before a possible level 2, they reached 82% of a level 1 hype train. So again, you guys all have a +1. So thank you, chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Burly Earl adding in there, and you can always just kill it later.
I think we would be remiss unless if you mentioned it that Aldred was hit with a fish.
Victor, thank you.
Aldred was hit with many things in the back of his head last
I
episode.
was hit with a fish and a bottle. Thessalia was hit with a me
Twice.
twice.
Oh, Aldred almost died. He almost died.
Holy shit! Wait! Whoa! Oh my God! KJ.
Oh, I love Yes, David.
AJ, shut the fuck
You're the best.
KJ just totally topped it up. Issued a whole bunch of subs. KJ,
These are good people.
you are so holy shit. Thank you for that. Level 1 is complete, folks. That means that I believe you're on level 2, unless that. Holy shit! They are already 87% through level 2.
Yay.
That's fucking amazing. Wow. Okay, so that is everyone here receives a +1 and a +2, and you can combine them, and there are 2 urchins or fortunes out there. Yeah. Aldred's, it was not orphans, it's urchins. It's a slight difference. So Aldred's body was in fact used as a weapon several times. But by the way, I think it was it only the Wolverine that decided to use you as a weapon?
Yes.
It was. Okay.
I think it was because Tess had some choice crit fails, and the result was, well, Aldred's being used like a chew toy. Smack Tess in the face. Send her flying.
It was not good.
All jokes aside, Tess is livid with Alvin.
Well, let's start off with that lividity. Is that a thing? Somebody?
Yeah,
is
but
now.
it means
It
something
is now.
else.
It's, if you understood what it is, communication successful. Let's start off with that hate fuel from Thessalia, as you guys find out exactly where we left off. Let's see. Wow, 87% through level 2. Holy cow, you guys are just amazing. Where we left off, the giant had through a black fog, or rather a black smoke, that the giant had created in order to obscure its lair, it led you over to another impact point. And that is exactly where we left off at the last game. I've since added that art on there. Before we do anything, any questions about the scenario? And then I'll kick up the sound and off we go. Nope. All right. Nope. Let's do it. Welcome back to Seekers of the Fall. KJ. KJ just gave you level 3.
What?
Thank you, KJ.
You were so fucking good. You were so good. KJ, thank you so much for that.
Funny. Be good to yourself too.
Seriously, I know. Level 3 hype train. So now you guys have +1, +2s, and +3s, +3 of the goodness of stuff. The cave giant, wounded still, but thanks to some of the healing of the party, took a kinder eye to you and ended up throwing the body of a dead elf in front of you, indicating that this was one of its 4 attackers. It then came back into that smoky area and revealed that there was a crater here. And this is the same thing as what you guys initially saw that brought you all together. The world is yours.
After seeing the crater, I want to check out that body and see if there's any similarities between it and the bodies of like the cultists that we saw before.
Yeah, sure. So when you did inspect the body initially, here, let me bring up the it threw it down, I believe. Hold on. It threw it down like right around here. When you first saw the body, I had said that there was a tattoo on its chest, the mark of like an organization or something along those lines. It happens to look pretty much like a heater shield, like your typical flat top shield with almost a heraldic device on there. In this case, it just simply looks like a cross, so like the same kind of a cross as in like Switzerland, a simple plus sign.
Does anyone recognize this?
It's a white cross on a black field.
I don't think so.
If anybody would like to check it out, they can give me a society check.
I think it's a tattoo.
Thank you, Alvin.
You're welcome.
Frenell, have you seen this in any of your studies?
I'm not sure. You said society. Can I do academic lore instead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because that's a 2 versus a 10 here.
Yeah, no, by all means. Wow, level 3. Thank you so much, KJ. Oh, and Victor, thank you. 200 biddies.
16.
No. Now, keep in mind, there are plenty of organizations that may have this as a symbol. It is simple. It's just a white little plus sign, like a cross, on a black field. Nothing more to it. But nothing really calls to mind an organization that would call for like a tattoo or something along those lines on it. Call for a tattoo on it? Call for a tattoo to be tattooed on somebody's tattoo.
Let's go prepositions.
Yeah, that's a tattoo. That's a tattoo.
I kick the body to make sure that it's dead.
Oh, it is definitely dead. You can see its back is completely broken. It looks like that the giant smashed this body on the very large rock at the bottom of the screen.
Can I tell kind of like how long ago the conflict went down?
Within 24 hours.
Okay. I'm checking for black goo.
You don't see any black goo, but you should be able to, if you double click it, I'm kind of curious. What do you see?
Oh. Oh, cool.
What do you see?
Yeah,
His
a
inventory.
whole bunch of loot.
I was wondering what that was.
There is a plethora of loot here. Really pretty standard stuff, but what's cool about it is that we can take it directly from the corpse in Foundry.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. Now, so that we don't leave our friends in the chat off, there are some bolts, as in some crossbow bolts. There's a crowbar There's a hand crossbow as well. There seems to be a disguise kit, a sap, a snare kit, a deactivated, obviously, spike snare, or at least the parts of it, a wooden, a very hardwood buckler, thieves' tools, a tinder twig, and one more item. Let me grab that item that should be there. For those of you that contributed to
Alvin already grabbed it.
Alvin already took it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a Leaper's elixir.
There was an elixir on there.
There was, but Alvin pocketed it so quickly that
I
you
knew
didn't
as
even
soon as
see
I
it.
saw it disappear, I was like, yeah, he took it.
Yeah.
And there's also
I was Googling what it was.
the giant will come over to you, disappears into the smoke beyond, and then comes back and throws down on the body a very large bastard sword.
That looks intriguing.
Yeah, when you take a look at it,
That's-
you can see that inscribed, or it should be etched all along the blade, are images of stylized giants.
Is
Hey,
Is it a
Zora.
story?
Is this? Do you recognize this artifact?
Oh, Zora is so far away, she does not hear
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Zora, get your ass over here. We're having fun with this new giant. Friend, is it okay? Does he understand what I'm saying even?
No, I don't believe he does.
Giant,
Aldred,
like
what is-
immediately
what is
upon
his
hearing
name?
people talk, the giant immediately looks over at Aldred, points down at the pointy thing, and tells you straight out, "Took from hand."
But from his hand.
Took from hand. Not his hand. Other hand. And then he reaches into a pouch and throws down a hand that has literally been ripped off of someone's body. This body has two hands.
Oh, yes, I would have done the same. Did you kill the other one?
No. So he got away.
We're just having this conversation. He took a hand out of his pocket and threw it down. Everyone's like, what the fuck is going
Aldred?
on?
What's he saying?
He's offering us dinner. Anyways,
I think I'm okay with my fish.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
He said this belonged to this hand, so... But he didn't kill this person.
Whose
They got
hand?
away. The disembodied hand.
You know, that's a good name. We should call him Hand.
The hand?
Yeah, no. Our new friend, he seems handy. He should be called Hand.
He probably already has a name.
What is your name? Yeah.
Cord.
Or
He says the word pig in Jotun, and that comes out as core.
okay. That
For
is maybe-
now. I just like wave to him, like,
He like
For now.
shakes his head violently. Core.
core. For now. Core. For now.
Core. Core.
Frenell.
For now.
Core. And he's
she's telling you her name. Her name is Frenell.
oh. Then you see the cave giant looks at Frenell up and down, shrugs and says something. You hear core in there. And basically it's like about the size of a pig. That's what he says.
Could you ask it if he would
It's not
mind?
an it, Alvin.
I don't
They're not
know
an
their
it.
gender.
They're still not an it.
Okay,
They're
this
core.
is a good point.
Their name is Core.
Could you ask Core politely, Aldred? Could you ask Core if Core would mind if we looked in the pit of the crater.
It's a good question.
Do you own that crater? Do you mind if we look at that hole over there?
He looks at you and just walks back over to it. And he like points down and reaches in, scoops out dirt and lets it slip through his hands. And then he points up to the sky and grabs nothing out of his hand and like gestures again to the sky.
Something fell from the sky. Made this hole.
Sky gods, give me rock. People take rock.
Oh, we're gonna get you that rock back. Don't you worry about that.
When did Alvin learn how to speak Jotun?
What's he?
Oh, damn, he doesn't know.
What's he saying, Aldred? He's pointing to the sky. Is he talking about a meteor?
He says the pointies took the meteor.
Fucking pointies.
Did we confirm that they were elves?
He did describe. He kept tapping his ear previously and indicating something like that.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
Okay, I call everyone together in the group. I'm like, okay, guys, I don't know much, but I do know one thing.
Wait. Zora,
What?
Tess aren't here.
Yeah, Crazy's also pointing out that he did throw an elf at you.
Yeah, he was just being friendly. Anyway, guys, I don't know much, but I do know this. We gotta get that.
Wait,
We gotta get that
wait.
giant his rock back.
Alvin. Zora and Tess aren't here. Frenell turns and goes, Zora! Tess! Come over here, please! Alvin is planning things.
Tess softly calls
So
back.
good.
I'm keeping watch up here. Make
Oh,
sure none
no.
of these elves come back to finish the job.
I'm gonna
Hurry it up.
pick up that big bastard sword and hand it to Zora and just be like, is there anything special about this?
Is there anything special about this? Is there anything special about this? Quick identification, master of the bazaar, or purveyor of the bazaar.
Can you remind us what that does?
Yes, I sure can.
Go,
Quick
magic,
identification.
identification.
The keyword quick. I could identify magic in a minute.
That is so, right, as opposed to the usual amount of time that identify magic typically takes, but you still need to identify magic itself.
Yes, so the flavor there is purveyor of the bazaar, which is mercantile lore.
So first, so identify magic. Once you discover that something is magical, then you can use your quick identify to spend a minute doing it. How will you detect if something is magic?
Well, shit. It never told me I needed identify magic. I mean,
read the skill. I don't mean to be a facetious asshole. I'm just it's
usually it'll tell me if I have to have this first. It says you can identify magic swiftly. You only take 1 minute when using so it says I can identify magic when using identify magic to determine the properties of an item, ongoing effect or location rather than 10 minutes.
So I identify magic is capitalized, which in this case is indicating that it is a specific action. So under identify magic, what you need to do is once you discover that an item, location, or an ongoing effect is magical, you can then spend 10 minutes to try to identify it, or in your case, 1 minute. So the first thing that you want to do is let's see.
I have that.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so am I using Arcana, Nature, Occultism?
You want to use Arcana in this case.
Cool, I'm an expert at that.
Cool.
Not with a 4 though. I got a 12.
Okay.
Wait, it says hold on. It says I'm trained. I have to actually go in my character sheet and change that. To
do you
expert.
have the spell detect magic by any chance?
No, I don't have spells.
No worries.
I have read aura, if that would help.
It
I don't know if we can like share.
it may assist, but either way, what did you roll?
I rolled a 12, but it's actually should be a 14 because I didn't change my thing from trained to expert.
Copy. Unfortunately, you're not able to pick up on anything here. It looks like it could be made well enough to play host to magical effects. But
Okay. Is there anything from mercantile lore that would suggest that this is something that has been traded often, sought after?
That's a really good question. I would say that this is something that would definitely be sold at a market for a good price, if only because of the artistry within the blade. It's also rather unusual looking.
Okay.
It is definitely a hand and a half, which itself is almost as long as the blade itself, and placing the guard just slightly down from center. It is fairly ornate. The guard itself is heavily decorated, as is the handle and the pommel.
Okay. So I inspect it real thoroughly, and it looks like I know my shit, and then I hand it back and I say, "It is a really cool sword."
Yeah, I'll fucking take that.
Yeah. You will look cool with this sword.
Keep in mind, you do have pluses, by the way. So you have +1, +2, and +3. So that would, if you were to spend them all together in one shot, that would give you a +6 in case you ever needed to use those things, guys.
I'll err on the side of caution just in case it just ends up being he will look really fucking cool.
Could I take a minute to read aura as I see Aldred gets a sword? I just kind of
Do you have detect magic?
behind. I have read aura.
Do you have detect magic?
I don't think so because that would be a spell, correct?
It is a spell, yeah.
Then
Okay.
no.
All right.
Then no.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Go ahead and, yeah, you take a look at it. You're holding the item in your hand, and you're kind
I
of.
thought it was a roll.
No. You're fine. Lisa, I don't think they didn't change it to be a roll, did they?
It's got a thing where it says cast, and that's why I thought I had to roll, but it just.
It's a cantrip, so I mean you can cast it. But either way.
I casted. I lurked from the background and just kind of
Sweet. By the
taking
way,
deep breaths in.
since you're still learning Pathfinder, or maybe you already know this, it is a cantrip, and cantrips are automatically heightened. You do you have the ability to cast 3rd level spells? Do you not? Or
I
not?
believe so.
Do you?
That's not until next level.
Next level. Okay, yeah.
Oh, 3rd level spells. Yes, that would be next
Okay.
level.
As soon as you have the ability to cast a 3rd level spell, you'll end up casting your cantrips at 3rd level. So if it says heightened 3rd, then that effect comes into place, or it comes into play. In which case, then you can target up to 10 items just with read aura. So FYI, it's pretty cool. All right, so.
I check everything.
Yeah, so you just look around the world and go.
Let's see. Heightened 6 is you can target any number of objects.
Yeah.
I detect Evandale.
Just
all at once.
you just see Frenell kind of collapse down to the ground. The brain just kind of oozes out of the ear, just quivering.
She's
so
this is awesome.
Sounds kind of like you did shrooms.
So you take a look at it, and there are some scintillating colors that kind of wrap itself around the length of the blade, not on any particular portion of it, but the entire blade seems to be imbued with evocation magics, as if to summon the power of magic and store it within the blade to be released at another time.
Are these colors visible to everyone? I'm just
No.
picking up that they're magical, or is it different plane.
It is strictly magical, and you do recognize it as arcana.
Okay. Zora, what did you say this sword was?
Really cool.
I agree. It's really cool. Are none of you picking up on its magic right now? Like,
Is
there's
it
a
magic?
lot there. There is. It's like, I wish there was a spell to like be able to show you what I see. It's almost like a rainbow of these colors wrapping around the blade. It seems to be able to sort of call on various types of magic.
Can I see it again?
Looks to Aldred.
Can I try quick identification again? Since now
Yes,
I know
you can,
it's magic?
and now you can do it with fortune.
With
That's what I was hoping for.
So for now, for next time, let's tag team on the next item. Okay, this is gonna be great. Business partners now. Arcana with
60-40.
fortune. Yeah. Oh well, if I'm the 60, then yes, 23.
I know.
Okay.
There's
We'll talk about it later.
you were so yeah. So you take a look at this and you listen to the description of the aura, and it kind of settles into an aura that you've heard about before. So you begin looking around for like signs of evocation, and that leads you further in, and that's when you notice it does in fact have a rune embedded in it just under the guard. So it looks like that this whole thing was created to suit a purpose, as opposed to somebody created a beautiful blade and then enchanted it later.
Okay.
With that, you're not yet able to figure out everything that it does. You're off by just a little. If you had just a little bit of assistance.
So Frenell, this is really weird. I don't know if you caught this. I see that there is a rune here. I'm not too good at reading runes, but you're good at reading. Do you
I
know
am very
what this?
good at reading.
Do you know what this is? I'm gonna give it back to you.
Zora,
I think I know what this is.
hold on. Zora, you just missed it. You missed the DC by 2, is what I'm saying.
That's okay. I'm not doing anything. I'm giving it to Frenell to do something now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, where was the rune?
It's right here. I cannot read it though.
I think I might be able to read it,
Give me an Arcana check.
especially with today's orthographic mastery.
Yes.
Okay, so what do I need to?
So give me an Arcana check. You're essentially going to. Are you trained in Arcana?
Let me see. Arcana. Yes, I am.
You are. Beautiful. All right, so you can then do yeah. Let's see what you got.
I'm so glad you have this feat.
And you could do it with fortune. There we go.
yeah.
Oh, not 20,
Yeah.
28.
It had a 17 as the other one.
Frenell,
I read a lot of books.
yeah, you have. When you take a look at it and you size it up, the first thing that you notice is that the rune is a property rune. In fact, you then flip it over and you see that there is another rune on the other side. Upon closer inspection, this is kind of odd. There's a striking rune as well as a property rune. The striking rune is going to enhance some aspect of it, usually damage or something along those lines. But potency, or it's a potency rune. Excuse me, there's a potency rune, a striking rune, and combined within that, like somewhere down towards the pommel, you also see a property rune. There's 3 damn runes on this thing. This thing is designed to kill giants. To give you the complete thing, it is a wow. This thing is it's a +1 bastard sword. It has a rune of striking on it. It also has a rune of giant killing on it. If this thing makes contact with the giant, it's going to do additional damage and possibly cause it some mental effects.
Okay. Aldred, Was our new friend giving us this sword?
Let me ask. Tor,
Right?
can I have this sword?
Sword hurt me. Take.
Yeah, it's ours now.
Okay. Thank you. And I whisper over to Zora, making sure that Alvin cannot hear. Just, Zora, it's a sword made to kill giants.
What was that?
Nothing.
We were just talking about citrus tea.
Business.
Sounds kind of
we're-
boring.
Exactly.
So boring.
It kills giants. That's what these runes say.
We'll let Aldred know, and then nobody else needs to know.
Who's going to hold it? You or Aldred?
Oh, I am. This is huge. Do you see it? It's. I can't. I cannot.
I believe you do. I mean, it's much larger than my entire body, but okay. Aldred, okay, here, here, you can take the sword, you know, yeah, you just keep the sword safe.
I'll.
Tell him later. We'll tell him later.
Oh, okay. It's beefy.
Yeah, you're probably the only person that can handle this, so yeah, it's perfect for you. Just be careful. Don't swing it around here too much. We don't want anyone to get hurt, especially our new friend who still looks maybe slightly injured from this sword.
Why are y'all being so weird?
I don't know, actually. I'm gonna go over to Alvin and I'm gonna hold his ears and I'm gonna just tell him really quick. It's okay.
It's a sword. It's a giant killing sword. Don't let Alvin have it. If
He's
it
too
touches a
powerful.
giant, it could cause extra damage.
Alvin kills everything. Really good.
Alvin, give me a perception check.
And I'm really curious what Thessalia is doing at this moment. After.
Can I choose to fail?
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you don't have to.
I'm gonna choose to automatically fail, but let me just roll it in case it's a crit fail.
Okay.
Which would be extra funny. Nope, 11.
Okay,
Never
that's
lucky.
fine. That's fine.
I straighten out Alvin's hat. Your hat is so soft and lovely.
Alvin starts purring.
Okay, now it's weird. Now it is weird.
Is everything for the sword like? Does it have like a sheath and everything, and I can like?
No sheath.
Okay.
The sheath is probably still on the person who held the sword in their hand, which is still laying down on the ground. Although the giant is kind of looking at it hungrily, so.
The hand.
Yeah, the giant's kind of like looking at it with like a forlorn hunger, kind of like, well, if nobody else is gonna eat it, I guess I'll take it.
I'm gonna hand him the hand.
It's
Oh, that could have been a really cool sheath.
it's just
You could have had
holding
it like this, and the sword goes in.
Hey, Aldred, you should tell him about the cave full of dead, roasted baby wolverines. That's just to the south.
I'm not. Just in case he
brought
knew
them with
those
us.
Wolverines.
We brought them with us.
Oh, that's right.
Did you?
I'm so forgetful.
We did.
Well, we chopped up some of the meat.
Yes, yeah. You chopped up meat. You didn't. I don't think you brought the
Oh,
crispified
there's nothing left of
corpses.
them back in the cave. We brought them with us. They're just not. They don't look like Wolverines anymore.
Looks like a Philly Wolverine steak.
Frenell's considering going back to vegetarianism.
Steve is thinking about doing that. Alvin,
I'm hungry.
I know. Tell me about this. This is the most hunger creating game yet. Alvin, not Alvin, Aldred. Damn it. Aldred, are you have the sword in your hand? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What are you doing to the sword with the sword? Are you just kind of like nonchalantly carrying it?
I was going to try to pull out some canvas and stuff and try to fashion a sheath to strap it to my back.
Okay. Other than that, though, are you inspecting the blade or?
Oh yeah, I've given it a nice little look. It's a cool blade.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Let's find another rune.
28.
Nice.
As you hold it, you're not noticing anything new visually, but there is a slight hum of it within your hand, and you can hear like it's on the wind and in the rustle of nearby leaves of some trees. You hear something that continues to repeat. Oh no, Krell. Oh no, Krell.
Oh no, Karel.
Boom! That's when the blade goes, and you can feel it. Now there's a sense of balance to it. It apparently has a name.
Is the name Onokareo?
Do you speak Elven?
No.
When
I've heard this.
do you speak
'Cause
Elven?
I do.
Onar
So does
means
Zora.
Onar means giant. Krell means to slay. It's an elven blade.
Just stares at Zora, like just turn, like, did you hear that?
Yes, I did. That hand is an elvish hand because that blade is an elven blade. It means giant slayer.
Giant Slayer.
Yeah.
Don't say it phonetically.
Now I'm really into this sword.
It's getting cooler every second.
You can equip it and then find out if you hold it in one hand or two hands, it'll have different effects.
So I picked it up.
Yeah, well, you picked it up
it's
on,
not-
in your inventory. All you have it on right now is just like, just kind of in Foundry. Go to the item under weapons.
It's not showing up under my weapons. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was looking for the old name. I see it now. My bad. Okay.
I'm assuming you just like start swinging it around or something like that to kind of play with it. Click on the shirt.
Yeah.
There you go. Now go to your actions. And look what this puppy can do.
That's cool.
What's it doing?
Darby's because it's got the beef.
So good.
While he's playing around with Foundry, I can see that he's like equipping it on unequipping it. So Aldred is just like, let's go blade drop. Okay, pick it back up.
Well, what confused me is like it let me change to one-handed, but I
Yep.
can't change back to two-handed from the actions menu.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Weird.
Whenever I first equipped it, it was two-handed. That's why I sheathed it to see if it would go back, but it didn't.
So this blade will do 2d8 plus 3, and against giants, it'll also do a little bit of extra.
All right.
That blade is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. This is pretty cool, and I'm just like flourishing it around. Practicing with it a little bit.
What's Tess doing during all of this?
Tess has been keeping watch kind of like down this path because she hasn't forgotten that we are in very dangerous territory. So while y'all have been doing whatever, she's just been keeping a close eye and ears pointed towards what I can only imagine is this spine thing down the path. Like occasionally, like looking over, like, okay, no, they're not in any trouble.
Well, you don't see any living wolverines, that's for sure.
Hey,
she's
Aldred. Aldred, why don't you ask Core what sorts of dangers we can expect on our way to that tall, inscrutable mountain in the distance?
Okay. Or where'd they take your rock? Do you want to go get it back?
My rock. My rock. Why'd you take my rock?
Can you take us to where the rock was taken?
He, like, looks up at clouds, like, tries reaching up as if to reach up and grab a cloud and kind of comes back down. Try not jump high.
So we might have to go around and go up, climb.
There's he looks up and there's like a vulture just like passing over, like way up there, and he go pointy like that, like bird, like float fly.
Oh, wait, does this get translated to the rest of us? Never mind. I can wait.
I feel like Alvin's trying to like learn Jotun as this is happening.
It's definitely happening, yeah.
I firmly believe that Core has just told us that this bird stole his rock. That specific bird.
I am going to turn to the others and I'm just going to be like, I think he's trying to tell me that the rock floated. Like they made it float.
Or is he talking about it falling?
Are you Core, are you saying that the rock flew or it fell from the sky?
Rock no fly, elf fly.
Oh,
You stupid. Rock no fly.
Okay.
Wait, what's he saying, Aldred? What's he saying?
He's saying that I'm a very intelligent.
Oh, that's nice. It's a nice thing to say.
Anyways,
And a confused look on her face.
yeah, no. So the elf flew with the rock.
Do you think Core would want to join the Vanguard Society?
I'm not gonna explain that to him.
What language did you say that in, Alvin?
Common.
As like the very old tongue. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it, he doesn't speak that. Okay. No, I'm too smart to join. He's looking at Aldred and he's like, what?
You said the elf flew.
Yeah, elf, come, take rock, take me rock. I took rock. The elves come to take rock from me. I killed one. Kill it good. And then looks down. Took other's hand. Snap. And he like looks around, realizes the hand is now in pieces because he's been gnawing on it, and like picks it up. Took hand. Took hand. Elfie pointy boy, come over and hit me with pointy, and looks down at the sword, indicating that. So I catch and then I rip hand off, and then man elf boy grab stone hand round me neck, and then fly away.
Okay.
Rocks no fly, you dumb.
That's okay. You're right, Core.
Oh, yeah. Core smart.
Core is smart.
Core very smart.
Very smart.
Core's a good boy.
You are so good.
Good boy. Good boy.
I am so proud of you for the way that you handled that.
You just
so
see
well.
this like 18 foot tall, whatever you like, 12 foot tall. They go, good boy, and like bring his head straight down forehead, right down to Aldred's shoulder. Good boy. That's like stand back up.
You are a good boy.
Good boy. Give me a fortitude save.
Is he wagging his like invisible tail?
Like me when I'm happy.
Yeah.
You guys wanted a golden retriever. This is so much better.
27.
Yeah. What'd you get? A 7?
27.
Oh, 27. So the stench that is emitting from his body, including some of the sweat glands around in that area, it's fucking putrid. But you managed to hold it together and not offend your host.
Been there.
I will bathe next time I see you, honey. I promise.
Core's a good boy.
Good boy.
Jess at this point turns around. Are we quite finished? We should get going, everyone.
Ask him which way they flew.
I think he just keeps pointing up through the clouds.
Fair enough. Well, I'm ready to go fight some giants. Other giants, obviously. I turn to Core.
Did anyone look into the crater proper?
That's what I was hoping someone would do. 'Cause I don't know. Aldred won't know what to look for. So.
I mean, I looked into the meteor, the first one, so maybe there's something.
I think I see what you guys are trying to say. Alvin walks up to the edge of the crater and looks in.
It is empty, and it also looks fairly small compared to the very large one. You would not be able to walk into it. You, the gnomes, may be able to go in there and fully stand in it, but your feet would occupy the entire footprint of the base of it. So whatever fell looks like it actually was very small. Maybe a stone that large that created that thing.
Mm-hmm. Alvin relays to the company. He's like, yeah. I mean, I could fit in there, but there's nothing in there.
Could I take a minute just to read it or again, just to see if it's the same type of feeling from the previous, sort of like the Knot of Nordaga, and what I'm at least thinking is Chrysera at this point?
Sure.
That's so smart.
Yeah, give me a, in this case, give me a nature check.
23.
There is a undeniable similarity to it. However, this one seems somewhat removed, in much the same way that a sweater is not necessarily the wool of a sweater does not inherently have a smoky smell. A sweater that had been near a campfire may hold on to that smell for some time. That is the kind of it seems reminiscent and a part of, but not necessarily inherently that which you had detected in the past.
So, I guess, like, for me, Apple, to like better understand what you're saying, would Frenell feel that it's more like just a lot of time has passed, and that's sort of the weaker feeling, or that it perhaps came in contact with something else that had that energy?
Yeah, there's I would say the latter.
Okay.
And given the timing of this, considering that it was like about a week or so ago, when you were further up the river and it was a beautiful night out and you guys looked and it was just, and then a meteor storm came and it was just beautiful in the sky. This looks like it could have been a fragment of something like that.
Okay.
It's a, you know what? I'm sorry, just to put the nail in the coffin on that. There is again a similarity to the unusual nature. it seems that is the baseline, but the achiness is the thing that it seems like it had come in contact with it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
As much as I think you're wanting it to make sense. So yes.
Ooh,
I think that's a fair
it
statement, right?
stings.
That was okay.
Oh, I didn't mean that to be sassy. I just meant to be like, oh, like good
No, it's
GM.
fine. It's
It
Frenell.
just comes
It's Frenell
so
talking
naturally.
to a deity. It's fine. I get it.
You're literally all of them. So
It's the rock
as
bad. Rock bad.
yeah, as Frenell turns to like head back towards the group, she walks up next to Clore and looks up and grabs the fish from earlier that had been thrown.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Offers it up to Core.
Give me an intelligence. Not intelligence. Give me a diplomacy, please.
Oh, 12.
He looks at it and just
She grabs the second one.
he grabs both of your wrists and it's like with the fish in it. It's like just like eating right out of your hand. He's completely he like gets down on his knees and buries his head, which is the size of your torso, in your hands.
Frenell shows no fear. She's just like,
Oh, that's good.
"This
Give me
is
a
his way."
reflex save.
Alvin sheds a single tear. He's never seen something so beautiful.
23.
Damn.
You see the blood and meat encrusted plaque ridden teeth start heading towards a little finger. And you just pull it out of the way real quick. And yeah, he finishes and then looks at you. The eyes are bloodshot. The skin around it worn, leathery from the sun. There is definitely a sense of a feral mentality behind the eyes, but you can also see a glint of intelligence. And then you see, while its eyes, like this far apart, are focused on you, they separate just for a quick moment and stare off in the distance well beyond you. And then it stands back up and continues to look. Looks around for Alvin, snatches the remainder of the fish from your hand.
Am I still in its hands?
Yeah, oh, no.
It's holding me by
He
the
let go.
wrist.
He let go.
Okay.
He
As it jumps me down,
stands
I, like,
up, just holds on to you.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was like. As he like drops me, I like tap on his head, and just to hoping for the best, I say in what's it? Tanal. I say in Tanal, it's like, "You're smart. You're a good boy."
to now.
Damn, that's cool.
How many languages does this? Never mind.
She reads a lot of books.
No, I was thinking about Core.
Core.
Core does not respond to that comment.
Okay.
Not much of a reader.
But
But
she still does the.
yeah, stood up.
Thanks, Aldred.
I had no idea. It's sweet of you.
Wait, did he understand? And we're back in Averia. Did he understand?
No.
Would you translate for me, please? I was hoping he might speak it. I wasn't sure. I don't speak it.
Core's good boy.
Core, good boy.
Tell him I said that.
Frenell says Core's good boy.
And he's smart.
And you're smart. You are so smart.
Core smart. Core very smart. Me for no.
And Frenell just hears her name and just like waves and like walks back towards the towards the rest of the group.
Okay, we're all friends now. Yes. And the sword looks cool. Alvin's happy and isn't caked in mud after going into the crater. And Tess is doing a great job. Where are we going?
We start.
I say we let-
Mountain, I imagine, right?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Core, you know this mountain well.
Go home here.
Aldred, can you ask Core what that thing is? And she's gonna gesture to the giant fucking skeleton that she and Frenell saw
Oh
a little
yeah.
while ago.
I'll point over there. Core, what's that?
Bones?
Ah, yes.
You stupid!
What did he say?
He said bones.
Yes. Excellent. Riveting information.
Ask him what killed that.
I'd like to know what it is too.
It's bones.
I think we're just gonna get bones out of him.
Oh, great.
Did you see what killed that? Core?
Yes?
What was it?
Grandmother!
Your grandmother?
Yeah?
Nice.
He gestures and starts walking away and into his cave.
Is he taking us to what killed it?
I don't know. I think let's follow him.
Let's follow him to the cave. Tess, we're going into the cave.
Is that absolutely necessary?
No, probably not.
Then we should get going, everyone.
By the way, those of you that are passing by the body is still laden with items that have been, taken off of the body. You see a tinder twig, snares, saps, hand crossbows, bolts, crowbar. So if anybody wants that stuff, take it from there and drag it onto your character sheet. Otherwise, you won't. Otherwise, you'll lose the opportunity.
Or I think that we need to get going.
I will also say for posterity, I'm going to screenshot this just so that we can check with Kevin when he gets back, in case he wanted something we didn't take.
His
all right.
character isn't here. His character's
he's not here.
no,
Okay.
he went with Rin.
Oh, that's right.
I
that's
picked
right.
up a
Okay.
disguise
There's-
kit for him.
There you go. If you don't know what a tinder twig is, it starts fires. And there's also a really cool buckler there.
Yes. I see this is a great crowbar.
I'll be right back.
I take these. I take thieves' tools. I take these. Hand crossbow. That's fun. I've never used that before. Anybody mind? No. I take all these.
You can take everything. I don't think I need any of this. I might take some extra money though.
Oh yes.
In
Sure.
case we find some good fruit later.
How about just to save a little time, you take the money, I take the items. We'll be responsible and we will share with the others. And this way, Aldred is not going into the monster killer cave by himself.
Well, I told him that we need to go.
Oh, you did. Okay.
We're not going to follow him.
I don't think
You
Tess.
We should make a decision. Turns and calls out to Tess. He's inviting us to his cave. Should we go as a group, or is it urgent that we need to leave right now?
Ask him to tell his grandmother to be kind to us.
We didn't hear grandmother.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
good point.
Again, I ask, do you think it's really necessary for us to go in there?
I think he wants us to meet his grandma.
It's Grandma.
Oh, I think
wait
his
out here.
grandmother is
I'll
going
keep
to
watch.
devour us.
Because we're still in dangerous fucking territory. All right?
I'll stay with you. I feel like if there's only one outside, then that's not very good. I'll stay with you.
So just me and the gnomes. Okay.
Yes, that seems
worry,
like the most
Aldred.
responsible.
Heartland.
So
We will protect you.
So the three, hey geese, yeah, geese, we are live. So the three of you go into the cave, and there's a couple of things here that kind of stand out. But first, Zora, when you go to pick up the shield, the buckler off of the dead body,
Yes.
you get triggered by that purveyor of the bazaar.
Oh, this looks fancy and very, very cool.
It's also very, very expensive. You correctly identified it. I already rolled for you behind the scenes. It's worth over 5,000 gold.
Oh my goodness, I could get the rock candy back at the...
Oh, excuse me, it's worth over 1,500 gold. I apologize.
Oh, damn it, I cannot get the rock candy, but I'd be close.
You already said it. It's
What are you doing with... Never mind.
Technically, 5,000 is over 1,500.
Thank you, Alvin. This is incredible information.
Anyway, so we can look at... So, going back to the cave. Once you walk beyond the cauldron, which is burning some kind of a substance which creates this thick black smoke, which is obscuring the cave, as we see here. It's like this nasty, nasty black smoke, and it also smells horrible. You realize that this is pretty much the giant's defense. Most things don't like that black smoke. Apparently, he thinks it gets rid of elves. He goes, "This is no elf smoke," and then just continues walking past it. The other thing that you notice is that while there is a vent up top, there is a breeze that is coming out of the cave and forcing all of the smoke out of the cave. So it has this constant air circulation inside. Once inside, this is cozy as fuck. There are furs that are laid out. There are cave drawings up on the walls, and he's going to call your attention to that. And it seems like that's why he brought you there. What he's not drawing any attention to is the large pile of shinies, which is also in the cave. Apparently, this is not the first time people have come here, because he's just collecting all their shit. So, standing in front of the cave wall, and mind you, we are talking axes and swords and shields. You see some armor, but the armor still has body parts inside of it. He doesn't discriminate. When he shows you the wall and the art on it, what you see is a very large battle between what appears to be a maternal-esque version of him, only much larger, and what appears to be a giant landfish. The story then continues, and you can see that there are like 20 of his kind following this person, and he like pokes at the drawing, and it's got a little bit of artistry to it. He's not all that bad. I say, "Grandma, kill fish, kill landfish," and he says it with a point of pride and kind of reminisces about something and starts humming like, so, and then he skips over to like the next frame, which is like the next facet of wall over, slightly angled off of the first one as you go further into the cave. He writes from right to left, and you now see that the fish killed about 15 of them.
Oh, wow.
And then over the course of time, and then grandma put in the final blow and holds up the fish limbs. This thing had like legs and arms. All of that have been taken on as a great feast. The belly with it as well. And that is why the skeleton you see now doesn't have any of those limbs. What you see is the giant head, and we'll show it to the chat in a second. Giant head and just the spine. But apparently this was a creature that was here. And then the next facet, or the next wall around. And this is a corridor that had been fashioned naturally. It just appears to be a natural cave. And as it goes back, it's like kind of ducking down a little bit. So he's all cramped up in this little corner, but he's grabbing a torch. There have been holes drilled in the wall where a wooden torch can go. And judging by the amount of soot on the ceiling, it's been this way for a very long time. The entire ceiling is just black. When you come around, you see a funeral pyre where his grandmother had been burned, and only one silhouette, a small version, and that's him. As a child, he burned his last living relative.
I think we need to adopt Core.
I could not agree more.
I don't think Tess is gonna like this.
This is the saddest story I've ever seen.
I think if Rin were here, he would want us to adopt Core.
I don't think that's true. But
It
does,
would be
Alvin and
does
Aldred.
Core even want to be adopted?
Alvin and Aldred are
looks,
standing here with tears in their eyes. Like,
we can
weeping openly.
we can be his friend. I'm not sure. Typically, when you adopt someone, it's a child and you're trying to take care of them. He looks very capable. Like, what if we just become friends and we can write him letters or something like that?
when I said adopt, I didn't mean like.
Alvin meant exactly what the word said.
Oh, yeah, I sort of did. You know, I just think.
Come get rock.
What? You have
wanna
rock?
come-
He stands up, bangs his head on the ceiling. You have rock?
You want to come get the rock back?
You have rock?
No. We're gonna go get the rock.
Oh, he sits. You fly?
Wait.
No.
How you get
Tell
rock?
him we've
You
killed
stupid.
many pointies.
How we get what?
How you get rock? You fly? No, you stupid. Elves fly. Elves fly.
We're gonna climb. We're gonna go to the elves.
You climb to sky?
You know, we're gonna figure it out, Core. You just. You just stay in your cozy little hole, okay? We're gonna come back and visit you.
Frenell just looking back and forth between the two of them, just like wishing she spoke Jotun.
I'm gonna
For now, give me an academia lore. Please.
Am I about to learn Jotun? I would love this.
Oh shit, what'd you get?
26.
If you somehow make that a 30, I'll say that you begin picking up on conversational lore. Conversational Jotun.
Should I do it? I'm gonna open this like to the table. Should I do that?
We've had
Yes.
to talk to people who've spoken Jotun before, besides giants.
It would also make sense. That,
I think the real question is, do you want to? Does your heart want this? And I think if you search your feelings,
Okay, somebody can clip this if they want. I'm going to agree with Alvin in this moment that is what my heart wants.
Oh my fucking god.
So I'm
Suddenly,
burning the 1 and the 3.
suddenly, Asmodeus pops up out of hell. Shit, it just got really cold down there.
So I burned the 1 and the 3.
Okay.
And we're down.
Alrighty, I'll mark that off. Courtesy of the chat earlier who brought upon courtesy of KJ and others, Lich, etc. You are burning your 1 and your 3. So every level of hype train here gives the players a +1, +2, +3, etc. Frenell, there's your 1, there's your 3. You pick up.
So
Yeah.
what does that actually give me now in terms of, do I need to add something to character sheet?
Now I'll take care of that. Yeah, you can now speak Jotun. For roleplay purposes, you're just kind of picking up on it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Core. Just, like,
And you
looks directly
realize that the word core just means pig. So when he was calling you core before, yeah.
Hi.
He like looks at you. Core talk.
Points, like, and like she turns and like points to the art on the wall. Grandmother?
Grandmama. Nona. Big Nona.
And Big Nona. And then like points to the smaller version. Core.
Little core. Little core.
She's just kind of happy that like she understood those 2 words and was like, okay. She's just like, I'm getting it.
Core looks over at
Aldred.
Core looks over at Aldred too. Looks over. Indicates Frenell. Piggy, very smart. You still stupid.
Yep. No. That's,
Oh my god.
that's fine. I still.
And she says at a Virial, he said you were smart.
Alvin suddenly starts listening.
I'm telling Zora as soon as we're out of here. I'm telling her. And she turns back to Core and says, Core, very smart.
Core, very smart. Core, very, very smart. Core, write poetry.
Really?
Smearly.
Show
Poem,
poetry? Me?
Corey, me. Poetry.
That was it.
God.
It's brilliant.
I think, Aldred, I think you need to remember you have the giant slayer sword. This can all be over.
We want this scene to last forever. Guys, we're safe here.
Okay. And speaking in a Virial, I don't think he's trying to show us anything else. I think we should go back and meet up with the group.
I agree.
Now that we know that there's more to that creature
Look,
than the bones.
all I'm saying is that if we make any more corpses along the way, we know one real good boy who would love to eat them.
Good boy. He says in a Virial.
Very smart, good boy.
Oh, keep you adult.
Smart, good boy.
Good boy.
Frenell repeats it in
Smart.
Jotun. Smart, good boy.
Oh, you say that to him in Jotun?
To just sort of like, as soon as Alvin says it, just like repeats to say the same thing.
Smart, good boy. Smart. And then points to Aldred.
Yes.
Not smart. Smart.
Yes. Like starts clapping.
No smart.
We all start
Just
clapping.
bear down at Frenell like.
Come now, Aldred. We can't all be geniuses.
Okay. I think I can hear Tess outside. I think she's really wanting us to go at this point. We've been here long enough.
Yeah,
It seems
let's
to be more that he's trying to show us right now.
You guys taking a look around the cave as you begin making your egress. Again, there is a whole pile of belongings of others who have been in this area. But you also notice on the opposite wall, which is where that whole pile is, there's like a outcropping of stone as well, and that's where some skins are. And that's apparently where Core sleeps. And it's under that you also see, and you see Core as an adult, slightly different proportions. The larger head, smaller frame compared to the to the pyre indicated a child. This one, smaller head, larger body, weapons in hand. This is Core as an adult. And next to Core, or rather in the back of Core, painted faintly, is an immense humanoid figure. And you can see Mountain on either side of that figure.
Well, that's intimidating looking.
All right, Alvin exits the cave.
What's intimidating looking?
Oh, Core's a pretty big boy. That's a
Frenell
really
looks up.
big boy.
Core
I Core.
points to it.
Smart Core.
Who is this?
That Core.
And then points to like the humanoid, like between the mountains. Who's this?
He slinks back into the cave with a look of abject horror on his face and subconsciously like rubs his right thigh as if to remember a wound he had once sustained.
Aldred, do you think we should say something to him? Or is he done with us? He looked afraid.
He looks very afraid.
Is he still like backing up? Like, can we still see him? Is he just sort of like taking a couple steps back, or?
He took a couple of steps back and kind of turned like 3/4, and his hand, like one hand close to his chest and the other like comforting, like a little self-comforting gesture by rubbing the outside of his right thigh, which you can see has suffered damage in the past.
They hurt Core?
They kill. And then he turns to the wall that had shown, you know, like the fish killed 15 things, but they were started off by 20 or so. And then he points to one figure, another figure, another figure, and then another figure, indicating 4 or so. Kill. And then he switches over to Jotun, and he's like, kill mama, father, kill family.
Where do they stay, Core?
He roughly like indicates he doesn't want to get close to it, as if the image itself could like spring to life in his mind, but he indicates the two mountain peaks on either side of the creature, as if it were standing in a valley.
Oh, that's where we're heading.
Okay. Thank you, and trying to piece this together in Jotun. Thank you, showing home.
He turns around and sits down, gets back up, picks the torch up that he left in the back of the cave, comes over, puts it in a drilled out, very worn hole in a nearby rock, and just sits down, picks up the remnant of the elf hand, and is just kind of nibbling on it like you would like one of the little corns. And looks up at the wall, and you can see him lost in thought of those that used to also reside here.
I think we should go.
Yeah.
Just like slowly exit the cave quietly.
The two of you exit the cave. You hear a shuffling. Aldred, give me a diplomacy with fortune. Actually, Frenell as well, please. The two of you.
Diplomacy with fortune?
Yep. 22. Very nice.
What is that?
20.
20?
20. Okay. Frenell. Frenell, there's a the two of you note that there's a shuffling sound back in the cave. and you see a large object come flying out of the cave and land right behind the two of you. It appears to be a large strap of leather, but then after 2 seconds you begin piecing it together. There's a buckle on the back of it.
How big is it? Like,
Quite medium size. You're looking, a person of Aldred's size.
is it Frenell size?
It is not Frenell size.
I mean, as in, is it the size of Frenell entirely?
Oh yes, yeah. From toe to tip of head. Yeah,
exactly.
Turn you
Okay.
sideways, put you in the middle of it. Yes.
Sure. And I turn back and look. Do I see Core?
You do, but you see his back, and he's fading back into the cave.
Oh, like walking away. Okay.
What is this?
I think maybe a gift. He's going away. It didn't seem like he's locking us in.
Yeah, you look at this thing, and I'm assuming you pick it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, it's heavy. It's fairly heavy. But when you, at least looking, Aldred, when you pick it up, you realize it's actually kind of light. It's a thick leather belt. You can see that it's got a buckle that is carved out of glass. Or like, then you start walking. I'm assuming that you're continuing out of the smoke and into your friends, or toward your friends. Yeah. So you take a look at it, and the sunlight hits the buckle. Dude, the buckle's made out of crystal. And it's like,
Can I be doing like read aura as we're walking?
Yeah, you do. And this thing is like, there is something about it. This thing is no joke. It's got a aura that seems, it's like a little bit of transmutation, a little bit of some, it's, and what is more to the point of this, the colors of the aura as compared to that of, let's say, the sword, are vibrant. Give me an Arcana check.
So cool.
What do you see for now?
Everything. 25.
You see dead people. Yeah.
There's colors I've never even seen here.
So all of a sudden it becomes a Lovecraft story.
Right.
You
We're trying to affect the eventual wiki here. Colors that
Nicolas
can't even be
Cage
imagined.
pops out of nowhere.
Draw that as fan art.
yeah, there's
Today's
your
art challenge.
there's your art prompt. Boom. So let's see here. Speaking of, I still need to upgrade or update the fan gallery for the stream. We're going to say, first off, you notice that the buckle itself, it seems to be carved from quartz, and the way that the buckle gets fashioned, you realize that it is two fists that are holding each other's wrists, and they don't look like human proportioned fists. These things are like heavy hands. Then you take a look at the front of it, and you can see it has a metal boss on it, like a slight dome with rivets that go around it, and on either side of that, triangular pieces as well. All of it completely ornate. The leather, not cracked, but definitely worn, and has been for some time. Due to the nature of the more mundane parts of this belt, you estimate that the belt itself is quite old. A well-worn pieces of metal, such as on the boss and what have you, all of that has sustained damage and without it being repaired. A thinning out of the metal in certain places just due to whatever it was rubbing up against would indicate that the belt itself is probably close to 200 years old. But the other parts must either be new or invulnerable to age, indicating this is quite heavy. Your skill check might benefit with the aid of an expert in identification.
Hey, Zora.
Yeah, we're outside
We're
now.
walking out.
Yes.
Look at this big old
Come
belt.
look
he
at
just gave
this.
us.
Oh, this is just the best day ever. Tess, I know you really want to leave, but just 1 second. What?
Could you, and just kind of like stares at Zora and gives a look. Could you take a look at this?
Yes, please, gimme.
Give me an
And I
Arcana
take-
with Fortune
Okay.
for purposes
Yes, I
of
love this.
ID.
All right. Identify magic, keep higher, roll. 17.
You're missing some information. Frenell didn't tell you much about it, so unfortunately, you're just looking at a belt, and it's you kind of think it's of good enough quality, but
So this is a really cool belt.
You still have all your plus, all your urchins, right?
Well,
I mean, I got a 25, and that's like.
I think if I just have a little more information from my business partner, I know you think that I'm only worth 40% of the business, but I also think perhaps I need a little more. What is this? It's a belt.
How far away is Alvin? Well, just whatever. It's definitely magical. There's the colors. There's colors I've never seen wrapping around this. Of course, the belt looks quite old, but there's something about this buckle. It's either very old, can't be harmed, or it could be very new. I don't think it's very new. I think it's been in this cave for a very long time.
Alvin,
What do you think about these wrists?
which is
maybe like focus on the wrist itself.
yeah, you take a look and you can see that the way that the belt clasps around the person, it's these hands come in and clasp the wrists,
Yeah.
and those are then
like-
connected to the belt itself. Really quick, Alvin, I see that you rolled alchemical lore. You're detecting that the treatment of this leather had to have been of something of superior or advanced alchemy in order for the leather to not have rotted. You can see that the metal and the rivets that hold the metal bits to the leather, some of that should have rusted by now, so all of it has been treated in some fashion, indicating that this is an item of value.
Yeah, I point all this out to Zora.
Zora, with that,
Frenell finally says, transmutation magic. Because like realizes that Alvin has caught on at this point, so.
Zora, go ahead. Give me
Okay.
give me another one with fortune, please.
Okay.
She tried to keep it in, but he's just too good.
That's better. 23?
I'm gonna give you some bonuses due to aid.
Yeah.
Are you holding on to it?
Yeah, I'm doing. I noticed that the hands do the wrist thing, and then I like wiggle it a little bit, and it goes. It's like a finger trap where it like gets like if I
Sure.
go tighter, it goes. I'm like, oh, this is neat. This is.
Yeah, you do, and you can see as soon as you do that, the whole belt shrinks down to your waist size.
Oh. Well, now I think it fits me. Let me just double check because I wasn't actually putting it on my body, and I undo it, and then I put it around me, and then I put it back on. Ooh, I don't know if I like that so much.
No, it does not squeeze you. It just conforms to your size.
Yes, it feels like a hug, which I.
My God, I've been trying to invent that for years. It's an any size belt. It always keeps your trousers up.
Fucking brilliant. Well, That's neat. Do I feel stronger or more magical or?
How would you test any of that? How do you feel stronger? Like, how does that work?
Oh yeah, Zora has no clue. She's just thinking out loud, like considering. Do I feel stronger? Not particularly.
Try to jump.
Okay, I jump.
Give me an athletics check.
Holy shit. Do I fly up in the... Oh! Okay, hold on.
Sure.
I rolled a 17. I know how I fly!
No, you do not fly. You do not fly. No, you did not. What you got was a +3 to your athletics check. You correctly identify this as a belt of giant strength, an incredibly powerful item.
Oh, I thought I jumped really high. Okay.
Okay, so I can just take it back because I was expecting a little bit more from that. That's fine.
No, that's
And got level 17 items.
What I'm saying is I
level
have to
4
re-role play that because I mistook the...
Yeah, no, it's fucking, it's huge.
Frenell sees like the deity that is the GM and just like stands in front of it. Not today.
No.
Who are you talking to? There is nobody there.
It's druidic humor.
This is a really cool belt. I feel powerful. I don't know, Alvin.
You look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. Then I guess I'll keep it for now.
Sounds like approval.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
it's a belt that makes you stronger, I think it should either go to me or Aldred.
Yes, I agree. I also don't like that. I feel like I'm being hugged at all times. I'm not a hugger. And I take it off and I'm going to give it to Tess to distribute between the two.
Okay.
I'm a hugger.
Alvin, you kill
Where?
things alarmingly well. I don't know if you need to be stronger than you already are.
Who do you give
Yeah,
it to?
that's fair.
What do you think, Tess?
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, you did get a pretty cool fucking sword 5 minutes ago. As captain.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
take this one.
probably punch things really well. Oh, Alvin, I found on that body, you know what you can have, buddy? And I pull out the sap, and I give him the sap. You can have this beating stick. It won't kill anybody, but it will really, really hurt. So you hang on to that.
I was hoping we forgot about that, so this wouldn't happen.
What, the sap? That's fine. It won't kill anybody.
That's what you think.
Did I accidentally proposition him to a challenge? Oops.
All right.
While we were in there, did you see anything out here? Did anything happen?
While nothing was witnessed out here, there is some gold and silver still laying around the elf body.
There shouldn't be.
There is. It's still there.
Oh.
snap.
I took it all. It says...
Yeah, I saw that you took it all, but it also still remained, so I don't know what that was about.
Okay, it says no share left for me.
Take a look. Okay. Who wants
This is
15
weird.
gold?
I do.
Okay.
Y'all take some too.
I'll distribute it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's-
So if you have it.
It's a glitch. Abuse it.
Abuse it. Endless gold.
Yep.
Okay.
Merchants hate this one trick for infinite gold.
We should just
All right.
carry the body around as magic.
Alrighty,
Magic
so we're gonna take a look at the map here real quick. So yeah, there's the giant fishy thing that was over there that apparently Big Nona took out.
That's a fish, by the way.
Oh.
Yes. It's missing its arms and legs, but it is a fish.
By definition, I do not think it is a fish if it has arms and legs. Maybe a giant tadpole, or
Maybe. It was very scary. But it's been dead for a long time. Kor's grandma killed it.
Oh.
She's also dead, so don't worry, we're not going to fight her either. I hope.
Excellent.
Yeah, there was a lot.
That
Kor's
cave
really
was just
interesting,
so
you know?
nice.
You also
Wasn't
need
that
to keep
cave
an eye
like
out for
super nice?
For a really, really big boy.
I don't understand.
Good boy, very good boy.
Still don't understand. What? I look at Tess, I'm like, what is happening?
I've been asking myself that for the past about 15 minutes while all of you have been chatting away with this giant.
I was with you the whole time.
I know you are, but are we quite finished here?
And I guess just for my own sake. So the two mountain peaks that we saw in the painting, like, is that what we're looking at here? Is that like, do they look the same?
No, what you were looking at is
Just like
here.
a smaller pass.
Yeah, I'm going to draw
Okay.
it on the map. So if you can see where the arrow is pointing,
yeah.
in that direction and very far away.
Okay, so it's not like we're about to walk through the two peaks. Okay,
That is
perfect.
correct, yeah.
Just making sure because height maps and all.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no.
We'll tell you on the way. And I guess we just start walking.
Very well.
Yes.
The day has worn on. You guys have not. Did you rest after the Wolverine fight? I don't think so.
Nah.
No.
Yeah. Your bodies are definitely feeling it, and there's been some tension. You did learn some stuff. You might benefit from a rest, but if you choose to go on, there's no negative effects just yet. Coming near the fish, you can see it's been that way now for about 50 or so years. Much of it worn. You can definitely see some tooth marks on the remaining spine bones and what have you. The head, the eyes of this thing, I mean, easily the entire party can pretty much fit inside of its skull.
Can we sleep here tonight?
I would love to sleep here. This just looks cozy.
I think we should sleep somewhere a little bit more defensible.
Oh.
It's a fortified hidey hole.
You know,
That
Kor had a
can be
perfectly
attacked.
good cave.
Alvin, if you would like to sleep with Kor tonight, you're more than welcome. But I
thought
we
you'd
as
never
a team
offer.
Pressed on.
Oh, maybe on our way back.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Taking a look around the entirety of this area, you're coming from a slightly elevated position, going further down into a valley. It's just a slow grade down, not much else. But you can see that the path beyond it does seem to squeeze down into a narrowing point in between two similarly sized hills, leading to lands beyond, one would presume. But as close as you are to these relatively short hills, they are spikes of granite that are just simply coming up out of the ground that is obscuring your view of much of what might lie beyond. You do notice, however, at least some of you do, that there is a path that goes into the wooded area off to, we're going to say over here. I'm going to draw that out. This would be mainly Frenell and Zora who can see that.
Okay. There's a little path that way. This way. Go over to it.
Pernell just
This one.
follows.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the party's very quiet. I'm assuming that you're maintaining some stealth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also feel very encumbered, so I'm as
Slow.
as we're walking, I'm like shifting things from my back to my backpack, probably making a whole lot of fucking noise.
Oh wow. Okay. You guys are coming up into this area. You can see that there is a slight path that follows in between these two. It's marked out in gray. You may not be able to see that. It's a little bit on the difficult side to be able to squeeze through some of this, but you should be able to. What's really that's disconcerting, however, is beyond the trees. You're getting a smell of ammonia. Frenell, you can give me a nature check if you wish, or anybody can, for that matter.
Can I do an alchemy check?
Yeah, 100%.
I do a nature check. Can I do a survival check?
Sure.
26.
We'll also
28.
do a survival check.
Yeah. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
You only get one.
So that's fine.
Damn it. That was so brutal. Jesus,
That one was intended.
Extreme.
so funny.
Maybe nothing.
What is good for you?
What did Frenell get? Doesn't matter. You don't see anything. Moving on. The
26.
others.
Well, I don't see anything because I smell it.
You do. In fact, everyone here rolled successfully. It's bat guano.
It's what?
Bat guano.
Oh.
Okay. Let's avoid that.
What's more disconcerting is the size of some of the piles.
Oh. Okay.
You remember how I pointed out the really big bird earlier? And then there was the really big wolverine, and then the even bigger fish.
And the cow.
That's a big pile of poo.
Yeah, I'm starting to sense a pattern here.
I don't know if we should go there because for there to be poo, there has to be something that is eating.
So, Alvin, this time we're going to back away slowly and quietly, right?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Yeah, sure.
Oh, jeez.
Your funeral, Alvin.
Fucking bats.
Are we going to try to make camp somewhere?
Yeah.
We probably should rest after. Aldred almost died.
Yes.
Let's go into this copse of trees over there.
Oh, you see
back
last
against
time.
the cliff.
Listen very carefully if there's any mamas. Back up.
Yeah,
I'm
Tess is
gonna-
gonna get to about there and
Okay.
just kind of like hold everybody up and wait for a few seconds
Sure.
to see if she hears anything.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Can I use my new feat, survey wildlife?
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah, let's tell everyone what it does.
You can study details in the wilderness to determine the presence of nearby creatures. You can spend 10 minutes assessing the area around you to find out what creatures are nearby based on nests, scat, and marks on vegetation. Attempt a survival check against a DC determined by the GM based on how obvious the signs are. On a success, you could attempt a recall knowledge check with a -2 penalty to learn more about the creatures just from these signs.
Very well. Give me a survival. Let's see what you got.
All right.
Let's see what
It's
happens.
cool as fuck.
That is actually really cool. I love that. Oh,
So,
Ooh.
25.
yeah. Give me a nature check, or excuse me, a recall knowledge. Yeah, recall knowledge nature.
How do I do that?
Oh, that's right.
Be my actions?
You still don't have the ability to. So do me a favor, Chris. In the upper right corner of Foundry itself, click on the little double gear icon. Click on Configure Settings.
Okay.
On the left-hand side, scroll down until you see PF2E Workbench.
All right.
On the right side of that, scroll down and let's see. It is. I want to say it's about halfway. Yep, it's about halfway down. You will see skill actions position.
Okay.
What, does it say disabled?
It does.
Say top. And then click save changes.
All right.
All right. And you may have to reload Foundry, so you can press escape. Is reload application come up for you?
Yep. I just clicked it.
Yep. And let's see what happens. Now take a look at your character sheet. And when
I'm still loading it.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. But when you do pull up your character sheet, click on actions, the little action button, and then see if you see your new actions down there.
All right.
While Aldred is fantasizing about the big poop, I'm going to be covering tracks.
There it is. All right.
There you go, buddy. Zora, give me a survival check.
Cool.
All right.
Ah.
So 18. I guess -2, so 16.
So, given that, so you do understand that there are now giant bats around. However, that's not really what you're concentrating on. You're more concentrating on the fact that Tess has led you all into a copse of trees. Now, you guys are in there, and you're kind of like, okay, this is going to form a nice little secure thing, and then and it's a comfy position because there's already a couple of logs that are down on the ground. And that's going to be nice seating. If you put a little fire in front of that, that's awesome. It's the manner in which those logs were placed there. And then you begin piecing 2 and 2 together. This entire fucking tree has been ripped up out of the ground and thrown into this area by something. And you know that it was thrown into this area because you are seeing the damage it did to all the other trees. It was hurled like a fucking dart.
Awesome.
Judging by that, something big did that. Giants, you really don't need to do a lot of science on this. There's something huge around here, but you're not getting too much more. But it is local. And that's maybe you go outside, you take a quick look around the ground, and you can see that off of the path, the divots in the ground. Remember those footprints from way back where they were like 3 feet long? That.
All right. Yeah, Tess, I think that we should maybe find a different spot.
Remember Cord's cave? That was
And I start like pointing at the tree, and then I kind of like pointed all the damage around from where it's been thrown. Get a load of that.
Oh, that's recent. Got it. Perhaps we'll go to the other side. Put our backs against the wall, closer to the fish skeleton. There are some trees nearby there. I don't think there's any getting away from being here. But we don't have to be here.
Right.
Okay, that seems fair. And I disappointingly recover tracks
Okay.
as they step on where I just covered. I also don't need to attempt a survival check to cover my tracks.
I wasn't asking you for that reason. But I see that you got a survival 27.
The original one was 16, and then I clicked cover tracks, and it gave me a 27. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. That wasn't for it. So it was 16, but thank you for that. Yeah, you're looking around, and you begin seeing telltale signs of a life in here that is quite different. What Aldred said and pointed out to everyone else, it's all the same. This whole valley is routinely visited by them.
As I catch up to them, I don't think it really matters which side of the gulch we sleep on.
I don't think it does either.
I think maybe out is where we need to go.
Last chance, we're still able to go back to a very comfy cave.
I'm actually not opposed to that.
Cave?
Fine. But we're still posting watches outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys start making your way back, and that's when you first hear it.
What direction is that coming from?
Where you just were.
Okay, let's go. Let's
Let's run.
Yep.
You guys start running up.
Yeah, let's definitely run back to the cave, back to Core, who knows the area.
Core, meanwhile, has like he's coming out, and he's got like a large battle axe in hand, and he's like looking at you guys, and he says in Jotun, "You leave. You leave."
We're back now.
He just,
We rest.
you rest.
We rest here tonight.
Now, rest.
Yes.
No rest.
Why?
Cause that.
Broken Jotun.
And he points down the way.
Knew it.
First off, up in the sky, as dusk was beginning to approach, you can see some very, very, very large bats had made themselves known. What is more disconcerting, however, is the massive humanoid that has also made itself known. This thing is standing easily 25, 30 feet tall. It is coming out from, you can see straight down. Remember, you're on a somewhat of an incline. You were walking down. It was a slow grade. You're standing up at the top near the cave, peering straight down beyond the fish. This thing is fucking massive. 30, 40 feet. Its clothing somewhat tailored. But all of that is just animal parts. And we are talking like woolly mammoth type animals.
Damn.
Into the cave. Into the cave.
This thing starts charging. That's where we're gonna leave it for tonight.
Oh fuck.
Well, Steve, thanks for
Damn.
that. That's going to be a great night's sleep for all of us.
You should have slept.